Hey Dragonauts, what's Dragon on? Astralsflame back with another deck tech. We are looking at Mono Green Stompy today in the new standard meta. Before I get into the deck, please remember to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on the latest standard and explorer meta decks as they come out. And with that, let's start talking how to stomp in on our opponent's life totals. This deck is going to be focused around the new card from Brothers War, Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. It's a 3-mana 2/3. May not look that impressive, but what we love here is tapping it to add 2 mana of colors of any combination. And if we cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Gunner, and we untap her. So you can chain link your 5-drops into establishing a massive board. And not just 5-drops, anything with 5 power. And this is going to be, for us, starting our Defilers of Vigor and our Rootwire Amalgams. But these are 5-drops that we want to play. Right? These are things that are just going to buff out the board. If we have 2 Defilers of Vigor, suddenly, as we cast green permanent spells, our entire board is now getting +1/+1 times 2 and more and more. And our opponent just doesn't know what to do. And if our opponent has blockers, we sure know what we're going to do, because that's where Kodama of the East Tree comes into play. This deck cares a lot about +1/+1 counters in a variety of ways, and we want to give our modified creatures trample to make sure that they just push in that stompy damage and finish things off. We've talked the combo, we've talked the trample, but what's our way to get there really with this deck? Well, we need some early 1-drops. That's our Ascendant Pack Leader, and that's our Teething Wormlet. Both of these care about +1/+1. Wormlet cares about an artifact coming in. If it's the first time, you're going to get a +1/+1 counter, and you'll gain some life. Kind of nice. Pack Leader cares about us playing things that have CMC 4 or greater. So anything in our 4 category, 5 category is going to be big enough for our Pack Leader to start modifying itself, getting trampled. We have the Curian and Beast Caller. Whenever we cast a creature spell, Beast Caller just modifies itself, and when it dies, we get to spread its +1/+1 counters amongst our creatures in any way we want, further modifying the board, letting more creatures have trample. Llanowar Loamspeaker acting in this deck in a way of like how the Sculptor of Winter did. It's a nice ramp piece. Also, animating a land to have an additional body to attack in with is pretty good. We do like that. Simian Simulacrum, further buffing our board and being able to be unearthed to attack in and buff even more. It's our Sad Ape instead of the Sad Robot. You've seen the Uvenwald Oddity for a while. Well, Oddity's still kicking in here, just being a great 4-mana 4/4 with Trample and Haste. And it all ties together to really stomp in on your opponent. So you're going to chain your big 5-drops, you're going to buff up your board, and you're going to swing in for trample. And your opponent's just not really going to know what to do with this massive creatures. Like, you need a board clear, right? Well, yes, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And we'll touch on how we're going to save ourselves some board clears in the sideboard, but there is one other card I want to touch on here. The Clay Champion. Now, a lot of times, this is a card where you're paying in green mana or white. So for every 2 green mana in, it gets +1/+1 times 3. So if you pay 4 green mana in, it's going to get 6 +1/+1 counters and be a 4-mana 8/8. Gwenna's got that really nice ability that we can tap her for mana of any color. So we can actually make double white with Gwenna to pay some additional costs on the Clay Champion to buff a couple extra creatures while making the Clay Champion itself like a 5/5 or 8/8. Depending on the mana combination we have available. So, big card, big stompy, buff the board. It fills a lot of really nice slots. It's great. Now, back to the sideboard. We were talking about how to protect ourselves, right? Board clears are not a nice thing. We want our opponent to kind of regret using board clears against us. So, this will come in the way of a couple of the creatures we're playing and spells we're running. First off is Tamiyo's Safekeeping. Going to give our permanent Hextruve and Indestructible, so we can keep something alive. We've got a giant 8/8 Clay Champion. I make it indestructible. It lives through the board clear. Obviously, Farewell, not so great, but through any other depopulation, feels good. Dealing with enchantments is something that can be nasty, so we've got Outland Liberators to help with that. Kura is going to come in as a nice 5-drop that also, again, make our opponent regret killing it. We have Stone Brains up against mid-range and control matches, letting us selectively choose a card from our opponent's deck and say it's gone forever. You cannot have it, friend, no. If enchantments in other situations are still a problem, Silverback Elder. This is going to net us life, destroy artifacts and enchantments, or we can just get some lands and pop into play to thin our deck to better our draws. Unnatural growth to make the big Stompy even bigger when we need to go over the top of a mid-range deck and push in that final damage. And our last card here, the Renin 7, making a good way to just have a giant tree folk. Another, again, trampling a big body, because we're going to give it +1/+1 somehow. That's inevitable. And then Kodama's going to do its thing and buff it up even more. Ren's also going to let us start dig through the deck to make sure we hit our land drops, make the tree folk even bigger. Now you'll kind of see through everything here, though. Not much removal, right? The only removal we're really running is our tail swipes. Really only a 2 of. We do care about the occasional time to remove creatures with this deck, but otherwise our primary plan is we just need to be bigger and taller than our opponent and force them to answer to us. We don't want to answer to them. So Dragonauts, I hope you enjoyed this tech, and please stick around for the videos coming up. I'll catch you then. I guarantee that. Ugin's not a card that'll ever be banned. It's just not that kind of thing. We don't have Vorinclex. It's true, we don't have Vorinclex. If we had Vorinclex, actually, as a top-end 6-drop, it'd be pretty good. But I have 3 Loam Speakers I will keep. I am the Loam Speaker. I speak for the trees. So your Naya midrange or your 5-color Leyline binding? No, you were Naya midrange. No kidding. The more you know. So powerful Planeswalker, it's like game enemy. Yeah, it can be. Ugin is also very answerable as a Planeswalker. Not to say that, like, you know, other Planeswalkers aren't. But, you know when an Ugin is potentially coming down. And there is ways to beat an Ugin. It's not easy, but you can certainly beat Ugin. Like, I'll compare Ugin to Oko, right? When Oko slammed down, Oko had to be counterspelled to be killed, or could not be answered at present time of the metas it was in. When Oko slammed down, your game was defined in a lot of ways, because you can make a body, it went up to 4 loyalty, which you can't lightning bolt, like deal 3 damage to kill. It pushed it outside of so many ranges, so it was either answer it on the stack, or it's going to run away the game. Whereas Ugin comes down, Ugin does a board clear, Ugin gets left at like potentially 2 to 3 loyalty, depending on how big the clear has to be, right? That's answerable. Oh. Brawler with oh. Okay. Huh. Audacity and this Shibuya Brawler. Ooh, the land. I think I'm doing Loam Speaker, into a giant clay champion. I think I just play a giant clay champion next turn. The same. Oh yes, the Wandering Emperor, the Newt Fairy, 16 speed, creature spells, 2 bears. And this creates. Yes, okay, I think yeah, and might one makes it 2/2. No, original. It's all good, friend. It's all good. Don't worry. I know which ones you're talking about. That's pretty sweet, though. I kind of like that. That's kind of sweet. I'm not much of a control player, but the cards you're naming, the cards you're jamming, great choices. Great choices. So what do you do? It's still main? Yeah, domain on basic line types. Okay, and you've got trample. Just got that card today. Yo, awesome loan. That's all. That is sick. I mean, we're not dying, which is great. I'd love to draw land. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4. If I draw a forest, I can pay for champion for quite a bit, which would be nice. Non-attacking, no land drop? Guy is might. But it's after combat. You skip through combat. Ah, prize fight. There we go. Okay, yeah, remove. That makes sense. I guess I'll buff the pack leader here. Yeah. That's a solemn simulacrum. I think I'm just doing this still. And so I could pay 2 green, 2 white. Is that worth doing? Or I just make it large, right? Yeah, I think I just go large. Nope. Pay for 0. 4 green. Get 6/5. Get an 8/8. Play in this root wire amalgam. And attack with the 6/5. Okay. Don't know how I took game 1, but okay. I don't know what the opponent really is still playing aside from its domain with Beast Color. So my thought process is still Naya. But yeah. Jeez, what am I even sideboarding for you? Maybe I'm just bringing in Stone Brains just so I have an idea of what's going on. But no, that's too slow. If they're aggro, if they're just giant stompy beastie things hit me, then playing enchant. So Silverback Elder actually gives me health and keeps me going. So I can play 2 Silverback Elders over 2 Root Wile Amalgams and cut the last for an unnatural growth just to make me large. 5. 1 unnatural should be enough. Like, we draw it, it's great. If not, it's fine. We don't, like, need it. But, draw it. Awesome. Or that happens. Not terrible. Opponent goes first, and I have Gwenna. I'm Mulligan. Ah, it's actually not bad. We have Loam Speaker, we have Gwenna, we have Beast Caller. We got some stuff, we got some stuff. Eeless Core. What is going on? Another creature enters, you gain a life. When one dies, each opponent loses a life. What is going on? Hold up, Ludovic? Yeah, I'll take 2, that's fine. I will play in Gwenna, actually. So no attacks, another turn. Oh, that's a... Oh, oh, that's juicy. Oh, yes, please. I can do this just for X equals... Yeah, for that. Okay. Gonna run it back. Okay. Wormlet Beast Color. Yeah, I'll keep. We're gonna go Wormlet first. Instead of Pack Leader. I wanna go Curian into like Root Wire. Other option is I go Pack Leader and Wormlet, but I think I'm just better playing Curian Beast Color in on turn 2. Oh yeah. We'll just play in Curian. No attacks. Need a land drop. Even if I don't hit a land, I still have Pack Leader. Teething. But a land would let me play Kodama. Okay, Elusive 4, sure. And attack for 2 with no bluffs. Sweet. I gotta land. I will go Wormlet, trigger Beast Caller into the Rootwire Amalgam. Beast Caller, trigger Wormlets. I will attack for 4. See if we get the bluff. Don't. We go to 15. Okay. Ratted. Oh, it's Ratted Dragrick. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so that's a 3-3, a 2-1, and a 2-2. So we're gonna do Pack Leader buff up Kyrian. Kodama buff up Kyrian. And attack with just our Kyrian Beast Caller for 6. They're gonna get a copy with Rada Drago. We get to search up a basic and buff up our critters here. So I think I'm gonna do Rootwire and Pack Leader.
Oh,
Kodama as well. Hey, Original Twitch, thank you so much for the follow, friend. And we'll do another here. We'll just do one in each. Grab a basic. Sweet. Original, thank you so much. You're our 14th follower of the week. Welcome to the Ember Dragon Legion, my friend. It is a pleasure having you in chat and having you join us. We're almost at our follower goal. 6 more and we get there. They got some Zomboids. Oh, that's a Gwenna. But I just played this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I just paid this with 0. Anything. And then just attack, right? We have such a big stomp. Cool. Yeah. Alright. It's not terribly aggressive, but it is a turn 3 Ubenwald Oddity. That is really relevant enough. Yeah, Archangel is a very good card. Ooh, Harvester. Alright. I kind of want to kill that. This is going to seem weird. But I'm going to do it. Add money. It is fun. I think that was actually the right play. Because we just move off a 3-2 that... I think that was the right play. It feels like it was. It's what they play, what, Fable here? Oh, cut down? Yeah, cut down would suck. So, okay. Sure. That's fine. I go Beast Caller here, they can't counter it or anything, and then go Lone Speaker to buff the Beast Caller. Okay, cool. We got Oddity plus Kyrian next turn. Corpse Appraiser. Manageable. Manageable. I may go Rootwire Amalgam. Just have the 5-5. Because they didn't answer any Lone Speakers. So I'd have a 4-4 Beast plus my Rootwire. Ah, they did have a cut down. Okay. Well, punished. Push in 4 damage. 16. Alright. Corpse Appraiser. So the big thing here is you can pay 5 mana, make this a 15/15. But I should play the Uvenwald Oddity out. Oddity's the right play. Can't play Go for the Throat on my 5/5, which is great. No, I don't think I can be greedy. I think I have to do smart plays here. I can't try to greed like Beast Caller and it has to just be bring the stomp, right? 5, 5, 9. Double block, 5, 5. So they definitely have a throw. They're down to 7. Yeah, so they're not running Infernal Grasp. Opting to kill there means no Infernal Grasp main board. Oddity, you cost 7 mana to transform. I've currently got 5. Not enough. Okay, 6 mana, sure. Ah, Serpent for everything. Alright, no problemo. Oh, hey, a Rootwire Amalgam. Oh, that's a Cleat Champion. Oh, that's significantly different. But, so great. I just get an 8/8. No big deal, right? Push in for 10, force blocks. No problem. Nissan problema. Ooh, I'm gonna block the Blade Coil Serpent. I don't want to do it on the Loam Speaker, the Oddity. Split those up those ways. Oh, did I only have one? Yeah, no, I want to do it this way. Yeah, I want a 6/6 Trampler. I want a 3/5, and I still have an 8/8. And I can still animate the Mishra's Foundry. Nizun. Oh, Nisun. Exit on the last part. Got you, got you. Right, like, you can't attack. Oh! A Simian Simulacrum. Lovely. Have a response. Make disappear. Yeah, I'll pay. That's fine. Just gonna do it on the Oddity. Okay, game 1. Yeah, big time lethal. Big time lethal. Cool, game 1. Sweet. Alright. Grixis mid-range, make disappears, and Duresses are in the main. Duresses are probably coming out. So I like bringing in Liberators. I like my safekeepings. We just stop the opponent from doing stuff. Maybe Silverback, I feel like one of is fine to keep us going. I wonder about the Stonebrain. I wonder. I feel like this, I feel in control, yes. In mid-range, I feel like no. So we go down an Amalgam Defiler. Cut a Simu, cut 2 Tail Swipes, and go down a Teeling. Let's... Yeah. We're gonna bring in 3, 2. Yeah, we'll do that. So let's see how game 2 fares here. Four lands, but everything on curve. So, I mean, Trying more lands isn't good, but stuff on curve is nice. Pushing 2, cast a Gnome Speaker. Alright, now we can stop drawing lands. Okay. Raiding the Gnome Speaker. It's a Rootwire Amalgam. I'm gonna play in Gwenna first. Attack for 2. Gwenna lives, we can play the Rootwire next turn. And then untap Gwenna. It's just gonna demand attention right there. Sweet. Boseju's awesome. I push in 2 and I don't cast the Rootwire, we wait. Beholdred, that is a problem. Draw. Play in our Rootwire Amalgam and get a 3-2. Attacks. They go to 16. Sure, Harvester's fine. Bringing in the Abray, yeah. It's unfortunate. Couple brain, take 4, go to 15. Is it Defiler of Vigor, though? That is relevant. Makes our pack leader very large. Chunkin for 5. Go to 11. They go up to 13 here. Corpse Appraiser, alright. Need to deal with the She-Holdred. I don't have a fight spell, but if I can get a critter big enough for damage through, I can win. Invoke Despair, kept up in 2 mana. Right. Pushing 12. Okay. Well, that's helpful. They're blocking. Go down to 6. Alright. This will heal them to 8. Yep. And on their turn, they'll go back to 10. Right. Holdred attacks in. Okay. I'll take the 4. Okay. Invoke Despair. That's unfortunate. Yep. Damn. I was in trouble either way. So we're back on the pressure for us. Put the safekeepings. Bring in Simulacrum. Bring in Wormlet. If we leave Wormlet at 3, and I'll keep 2 safekeepings in. Liberator still does some good stuff. So drop the Elder, bring in the Amalgam. We are on the play this time. What's this all about? All right, game 3. So we've kept in Liberators. play on pack leader. Okay. Curve and aggressive start. For it. Right. Push in 2. East Caller. Pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and that. East Caller into Pack Leader, trigger to be a 3/3. Okay. Flesh Gorger. Ooh. I'm so sorry. You can get a basic. Down to 7. Drop in the Wormlet. My favorite card from Brothers War. Ooh, definitely Mishra. Mishra claimed by Gix. By and far. Okay, Appraiser. Rating the Lone Speaker, sure. Oh, good call on that. But Kodama? GG? Dragonauts, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. It's always appreciated. I hope you enjoyed the games that you saw. It truly was some stomping action. As always, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, the bell notification for more. Keep believing in Dragonlings. I'll catch you next time.